Is this gonna be raging to the guy, bro? When's this getting on here? This is fucking mad. 2 hours and 10 minutes from now. Bro, there's not that much news. There's not that much news, bro. This is one of the biggest things we have on our news is here. FEXTRA Life basically getting destroyed here, bro. Part of Exile too. Yep. This site is well known for missing info, viewbot, and low quality guides. Please take it cautiously, bro. I rated it as helpful, bro. You're goddamn right. I rated that shit as helpful, boy. Oh, yeah, that's a good note. That's a good note. Common community notes W. The best and only thing that's good to happen to Twitter in the recent history is community notes, okay? Holy. Actually fucking destroyed. But yeah, get your podcast ready. It's about to go down. We're about to quickly dive into the PE2 news here. There's a new footage. There's new footage out. Havoc has released his full shit. He's doing some Havoc. I think there may be Havoc commentary, which is gonna be potent as fuck. Get the podcast ready. I'm gonna BRB get coffee. I'm out of coffee. I'm gonna get coffee real quick, and then we're popping the fuck off. You can just enjoy this. Looking at this tweet, the fact that this exists. Just enjoy this, bro. Just enjoy this. Isn't it glorious? Isn't it glorious? I'll be right back. Yeah, chat. I'm gonna. By the way, the PE2 deep dive is gonna be. I'm guessing there's gonna be like 30 minutes of PE2 stuff. Boom. I'm gonna be logging into PE1 Ruthless. Boom. We'll be playing that for a bit. Then bang. This will be doing the interview. Zing. We go watch the interview. And then, depending on what the timing looking, I don't know how long the interview's going for. Is it a 30-minute one? Or is it an hour one? How long is it? I don't know. Depending on the timing, if we have more time, then we'll game. If we don't have time, then yeah, you know, it is what it is. Well, that's the plan. That's the current structure. The current plan. Grinding our games. Wait, what do you mean stringer A? I don't react to reacts. I go for like... No, it's not a human centipede, bro. It's not a human centipede. It's more like... well, no. Anything that is direct and new from GGG, I consume. Yes. It's just put me next to GGG. But, guess what? GGG are releasing a bunch of info through streamers. So then, therefore, naturally, I get it indirectly through a streamer. So then, that's how it is. They're community driven. No, I'm not going through multiple streamers, bro. No, it's just GGG directly gives some info to a streamer. Only that streamer has been able to get that playthrough and that footage. Now, if I want to see that footage, I have to watch it through that streamer. So it's just a direct process. It's GGG, streamer X, me. And that's anyone who wants to watch that footage, by the way. Anyone. Don't get it twisted. I'm about to skip the song, bro. I don't like these. I don't like the songs where I put weird sex noises in the song. So be right back. One sec. Oh, come on! I hate it! I'm fucking done. I'm not playing this shit. I'm not playing this shit. I'm not playing this shit.
stronger.
Go! Go! Fuck! Yes! 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 What an easy boss, bro! What an easy boss, bro! What an easy... Wasn't even fucking... Up. Left. Up. Right. Up.
Scurry, scurry.
Up. Did it say up? Left? No! No! No!
Is complete.
No! What?
A lot of bosses are actually much easier to fight in melee than they are in ranged.
Chat, you cannot grab the box. I tried to grab the box literally every time. You cannot grab the box. There's clearly some other way. There's clearly some other thing that I'm missing here. I literally pulled it multiple times, you fucking low IQs! That's the first thing I did! It was the intuitive thing to do when I got there. You cannot do it! I tried it like 3 times, and you're like, oh, that's the definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing again! Look, I walk up to the box. I press grab. The game's fucking dog shit. This game's dog shit. It's actually dog shit. The game's dog shit. The game is dog shit. True. True. Big true. Game dog shit, man. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, Rania, the Crip's wife, says... okay, so it was... Unfortunately, the miscommunication continues since Fixture Life continues. They posted a full walkthrough guide on their wiki plus a ton of data mine info. There it is, dude. And they're back in business. I seriously hope to never see Fixture Life getting early access or any other kind of creative perk ever again from GG, or it would be a total joke. Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. Miscommunication or not, the spirit of NDA should still be upheld, especially after yesterday. Oh, Handy P, bro. True. Preach. Preach. Alright, Ziz is gonna ask Chur, bro. Chur. Alright. Alright, Ziz is asking the logout question. It's confirmed, locked in, boys. W. Commons is W, bro. Commons is W. Alright, we got some big PoE2 news here, guys. What is this? Everyone after seeing the PoE2 trailer. again! What the? Holy shit! I ain't seen that one before, bro. Yo, what the fuck? Where's he at now? Where's he at now? Oh, he's still ages away, bro. Holy, he is going slow, bro, for real. All right. This is the only PvT news I believe that's dropped. Oh, there's this shit, but it's a react. I don't want to react on it. Look out! Oh, okay, so this is Mercenary 2. I still haven't fixed the flashing light thing. It's happening to me right now. Oh, fuck. How am I not fix that, bro? One fucking job, bro. One fucking job. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. I hope we get Havoc commentary, bro. I hope. I'm excited. Havoc commentary is insane.
Get down here!
Okay. All right. Okay. We get no commentary. It's gonna be cut gameplay. Blind plus. This is Havoc gameplay, chat. This is not leaked or anything. This is public info.
Exile 2 Mercenary Act 1 to Act 3 footage from the November press event. During this introduction, I'll be reviewing my playthrough, discussing build progression, path-free routing, WASD versus click to move, and other interesting gameplay details, before concluding with a question and answer section. It's important to note that while I'll be discussing my experience, this is not a guide, and any progression details shared are solely to provide context into various insights.
Not a guide. Remember that, chat. Ziggy, just like Ziggy D's one, wasn't a guide.
Furthermore, it's worth repeating, the early access version may differ significantly from the press version I played. So with that out of the way, loading into the riverbanks. The first skill provided was fragmentation rounds, a single-use, shotgun-like skill that pierces the first 2 targets it hits, generally doing more damage in close range, and not so much from afar. However, what caught my eye was Explosive Grenade, an area of effect fire explosion skill, with a 3-second cooldown, 3 uses, and a 2.5-second fuse duration, giving it the potential for a clear while moving playstyle. Yet similar to other runs, with just the starting weapon, no extra source of flat damage on gear, attack-based builds can generally feel weak, which meant the next step is to farm some gold, to either gamble, or in this case, purchase and craft a new weapon. This weapon in particular increased my damage by around 70%, finding a noticeable improvement in trash clear. Still, if your character level is equal to the zone level, bosses in Path of Exile 2 can be quite tanky. For example, as a level 5 character in a level 5 zone, a Rust King took around 1 minute 33 seconds to kill. Whereas again as a level 5 character in a level 3 zone, the Devourer took only 40 seconds to be defeated. Which leads me to the following takeaway, to how to stay true for the whole playthrough.
Overlevel.
You can attempt to speedrun through progression, killing only a few mobs in each zone, slowly defeating bosses with well-planned combos and timely dodge rolls. Or, you can full clear zones, going out of the way to kill extra monsters, which on average should result in a higher level character, better gear, extra boss kills, and overall similar progression time.
Yeah,
if you're looking,
that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna be over leveling, over gearing hard as fuck. You goddamn know. That is what you're supposed to do in RPGs, bro. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get sick gear, sick level, sick items, and then pop off.
For a recommendation for launch, I would recommend the latter, especially since many side bosses and side quests provide impactful character buffs. Moving forward to the graveyard, we had 3 new build additions: Flash Grenade, Multiple Projectiles, Double Barrel Support. Flash Grenade is another cooldown-based grenade, and serves 2 purposes. The first being to stun swarming enemies, allowing you to play aggressively, and secondly, to create DPS windows by staggering bosses. Multiple Projectile Support was of course linked to Explosive Grenade, and for the most part, enabled the clear while moving playstyle I desired. And lastly, Double Barrel Support was linked to Fragmentation Shot, increasing the ammo count from 1 to 2, the downside of 30% less reload speed, which was worth it, clear off stragglers more efficiently, and to conserve Explosive Grenade charges. In terms of feeling, I would say once I had this setup, Mercenary started to feel good, most likely because I had tools to deal with swarming enemies, and also had enough AoE coverage to clear somewhat quickly. In terms of Act 1 difficulty, it was mostly smooth sailing, with only 3 deaths. The first occurring to Draven, where I failed to roll out.
Bro, only 3 deaths? Wait, Havoc's a god gamer, bro. Oh no, bro. Only 3 deaths, dude. Oh man, I'm gonna need to overlevel over gear hard as fuck, bro. What?
His AoE projectile slashes, the next 2 taking place in the Iron Manor, both being situations where I got surrounded and tried to spam dodge roll to no avail. Other than boss fights or hard-hitting ranged monsters...
Oh, bro, is that what my death's gonna look like? Is this? Just rolling and then dying?
Swarmed is generally how you might die. So for those that are thinking about playing hardcore, I believe you could actually pull it off, given that you gear well, level above the zone level, and are tracking your mob controlling cooldowns.
Okay, yeah.
Now traveling forward, the next major skill acquisition was Rapid Shot. a rapid firing skill that heats
look
up
at
your
that chain.
crossbow as you attack.
Look at that thing.
Buffing grenades, providing 6% of damage as extra fire damage
Looks
for each stack.
sick.
So as you can imagine, the combo is to stagger bosses and stack heat with rapid fire before throwing explosive grenades. The strategy was generally effective at chunking bosses, if I could find a window to build stacks. An opportunity that wasn't always available, either due to boss AI or lack of character defense. Now, other than stacking life and equipping armor gear for physical damage mitigation, the biggest defensive lever was dynamically changing resist gear depending on the zone. This point is worth noting because in Acts 1 and 2, item resist affixes are generally quite low, which in combination with a minus 10% resist penalty per act can make capping resist difficult. The solution at the time was to hot swap charms and resist rings, and on launch to also consider resist ruins.
Oh my god, bro. Wait, what? That sounds a bit annoying. That sounds a bit annoying, bro. Gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds a bit annoying. Switching. I'm not gonna do that. Cause I mean, how you're gonna have to know what the boss is. How you gonna know which boss does what, bro? Like how you gonna know which boss does what? I mean, straight up.
Skipping ahead to Act 3, we have two final skill additions, Explosive Shot and Oil Grenade. Explosive Shot is a detonator skill, which triggers any active grenades in its explosion radius. However, it requires multiple projectile support to be effective, meaning we'd have to remove it from Explosive Grenade, since in Path of Exile 2, you can only use a single copy of any support gem. So to maintain Explosive Grenade coverage, I passed through cluster bombs on the passage tree, and exchanged my level 26 crossbow for this magic crossbow, with the grenade
What do you got? Grenade skills fire an additional projectile. Damn, that implicit is insane. What? Holy chat. Okay, all you guys saying guide Quin69. I am not launching a ranged DPS character, very likely. I'm playing melee. So, yeah. I'm not gonna be playing Merc as my first character. Like I'm not. I'm gonna be going melee. Yes, I don't get like switching crossbows or whatever. I'm okay. I plan on not going mercenary, and I plan on not switching rings and shit. Now switching charms, okay, fair enough. Like yeah, depending on what's going on, yeah, okay, fair enough. You only get one charm slot. That's gonna be reasonable to hold onto some charms.
skills fire an additional projectile implicit. Despite lowering my tooltip DPS, the extra projectile was worth it. Oil Grenade, on the other hand, was a bonus addition to the build, offering 3 benefits: slowing enemies down, lowering fire resistance by 20%, and creating Burning Ground if ignited by fire explosion. The Burning Ground wasn't too impressive, but the slow and fire exposure were much appreciated. In this playtest, this is where my build concluded, and to summarize my mercenary experience, it was fun, and it just kept getting better and better, especially so with the addition of each new interesting skill gem.
Dude, what?
While I didn't unlock cluster grenades in this playthrough, its screen clearing potential definitely tempts a mercenary playthrough on launch. Anyways, transitioning to the passive tree.
I mean, those cluster grenades combined with the on-kill effect, I just don't see how the fuck that's not going to be broken. I feel like mercenary guys are going to be like the most broken like mapping guys out of the... I don't think they'll be the most broken boss killing by any means or anything, but I think in terms of mapping, they're going to be kings.
It ended up like this. And before I discuss the details, I must re-emphasize that this is an early access version of the game.
Like, I might do a melee merc.
There's no way to know whether this tree or build is optimal, given the blind nature of the run. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's discuss what I did. Starting out, I passed through the projectile damage nodes on the right, ending with this notable. Then at first, I allocated Ricochet for more efficient % increased projectile damage, but decided to respec out of it via the hooded one, and opted for increased area of effect and cooldown recovery rate on the left path instead. Afterwards, I attempted to rush the grenade cluster, which in hindsight...
Chat, he's not giving a guide, he's explaining why, he's explaining his thought process and why, to try and, it's not a guide.
That was a mistake, evidenced by the difficulty I had with the Wrathbreaker fight. To defeat Wrathbreaker, I had to A, get good, but B, become hard to kill, which I did by allocating hard to kill.
What was this? 40% increase life. 1 point. Damn! Hard to kill's nuts! That's nuts! Makes your flask 40% better and you get 1.5 regen for 2 points? What the hell is that, bro? That note is actually crazy, bro. That one's crazy.
Moving onward, I unallocated hard to kill and continued my rush to the grenade cluster, which seemed effective at increasing both my clear and single target damage. This metagame of allocating extra recovery for difficult boss fights and extra clear speed for progression worked out well.
I'm gonna be recovery Andy. I'm gonna be, let me tell you that, I'm gonna be optimizing my defense and my recovery first, and then I'll be worrying about damage later. I'm gonna be going like fuck damage, survivability baby, king. Alright, I'm gonna be making my guy a comfy gaming character. I'm gonna be comfy as fuck, bro. The Scion recovery wheel, bro, let's go. I mean, we ain't got life, we're gonna have recovery at the wazoo. It's gotta be sick.
In late game, when respecting gold costs are much higher, frequent passive tree changes.
I'm gonna do a reflect build, dude.
Around the end of Act 2, my damage felt lower than I would have liked, so in addition to crafting a new crossbow, I allocated Overwhelm for a ton of percent increased damage with two-handed weapons. The additional 20% increased stun buildup in combination with 30% stun buildup from Remorseless and 80% more stun buildup from Overpower support generally made staggering bosses with Flash Grenade easy. Finally, to round out the build, I passed through instant reload, acquiring 70% increased reload speed, which overall made the build feel much smoother. Now the interesting question is, where do you go next? There are only a handful of grenade passes available, but lots of projectile passes, affecting ailments, percent chance not to consume ammo, pierce, chain, reload speed, and more, which intuitively makes me wonder if the next step is to always carry 2 crossbows and make more use of weapon set passive points. Speculating to late game, weapon swapping might be
It's
the
not
most
a guide,
strategy,
chat.
especially when factoring resists, monster types, and monster AI.
He's having a
Now,
combo.
a couple more conclusions before we head to the Q&A.
Okay.
Path of Exile is in part a game about creativity and experimentation,
Yeah.
which I believe they've enabled by dropping tons of uncut skill gems and lots of common currency items. In short, it felt good to just try things, and I hope future design decisions lean more into this freedom, and wherever possible,
Just raw dogging.
avoid unnecessary friction. Which leads me once more to mana. During my playthrough, at the end of some boss fights, I would run out of mana and mana fast charges, leaving me to auto-attack until I could cast my next ability. In conversation with Octavian, he said my mana problems were somewhat expected, since I was spamming high-cost grenade skills. He also recommended acquiring flasks with a gain charges per second mod. I ended up crafting a life flask, but was unable to craft a mana flask in the time I had, leading to a...
Are you gonna if a fucking Giga gamer like Havoc's having mana issues, then yeah, you're probably gonna have mana issues, homie. Then again, maybe he's having mana issues because he's playing optimally with like multiple skills. Maybe the average gamer's not gonna have that issue.
Experience at the tail end of some boss fights. Now there are some considerations. Perhaps level 35 character is not high enough for level 36 zone. Or perhaps I didn't itemize enough during progression. Or perhaps my build was just weak. But extending that last thought further, if you have a good build with good damage, you don't need the recharge modifier. But if your build is weak and your damage is low, going feels excessively punishing. So hear me out. What if the recharge modifier was implicit to all flasks? I believe that would alleviate some of the tedium experienced by low damage builds on extended boss fights.
Well, why wouldn't they just make just buff a global mana regen at that rate to the characters as well, instead of adding it below onto the, like, I could just buff the base mana regen rate. I don't know about that, bro. We need to play the game more before we do that, Havoc. We need to play the game more.
Point and itemization is key. Path of Exile is a game about items, and undergearing is a skill issue. Furthermore, there might be other forms of recovery available later on, such as Leech, which may solve the issue entirely. Alright, now for some rapid fire questions and answers. Was it fun? Yes. The farther I progressed, the more fun it became.
West. I want to hear about
especially as
West.
I understood my character better.
Imagine if you just like, yo, it was dog shit, bro. The game was like, the game was fucking dog shit, bro. He hates it. He hated it, bro.
Is a slow start worth it for a late game power spike? I think for many players it will be. Those cluster bombs looked crazy. As for leveling tips, if you're looking to progress quickly, you try to kill while moving as much as possible. But if you're looking for a smoother playthrough, then my general advice is to full clear zones and spend a reasonable amount of time upgrading and thinking about your gear, and also reading the in-game wiki and skill tooltips. This approach will take longer progress to endgame, but should result in...
I'm going to be a in-game wiki Andy. I'm going to be a tooltip Andy, bro. Oh, man, dude, we're going to be reading so many tooltips. I'm going to be doing full deep dive in the game. Okay? I'm going to be fully immersed. I'm going to be listening to all dialogue. Watching every cutscene. A deep dive playthrough. Yeah. I will not be trying to like speed run. I'll be trying multiple skills. I'll be trying a bunch of stuff. We're gonna be doing lots of weird shit. Got to, bro. Got to. Now, second character, of course, there'll be second. It's completely different. We're not gonna do that second time. But first character, well, I don't want to speed run as well. Also, I don't want to make it like I don't want to ruin your guys' experience and just like obviously because I'm a way better gamer than most of you guys, right? Let's not even get it twisted. If I was a speed run, I'd be way ahead of everyone, and then I would spoil the game for you guys. Which I don't want to do that to you guys, you know. I don't want to do that to you guys. So, you know, naturally, I'm going to deliberately kind of just go a bit slower. You know, I'll just in general go kind of slow in the zones for you guys. I'll slowly clear the zones out. You know, maybe I might even do a scripted death or two. Who knows? You know, just to really let you guys get ahead. So that way you don't have to worry about me spoiling the whole game for you, bro. Because obviously I could do that if I felt like it.
Stronger character and a greater understanding of how the game works. Does it zoom? I want to say yes, at least for the campaign. High damage explosions with lingering grenades definitely enable a clear while moving playstyle. That said, we don't really have a baseline for what zooming entails in the endgame. I noticed you would roll
This moving combat though, what the
instead
hell?
of walk when going through zones. Is it faster to roll than walk? Rolling and walking are the same speed. It's just a bad habit from another Exile-like game. Is it squishy?
Oh, deep what?
The Mercenary felt fairly tanky in comparison to previous playtests, most likely from access to armor
Hades?
gear and life regen on the tree. But again, you don't have a large baseline to judge from. How does reloading feel? To be frank, early on, reloading didn't feel so great, which is in part why I chose to play a grenade build. Having said that, it did feel manageable once I allocated increased reloading speed on the passive tree.
To be honest, I do you know why mercs are going to be, I reckon they're going to be functionally overpowered. Like, practically overpowered. I'll tell you why right now. Because you could basically pre-invest and pre-reload, right? Before a fight starts. It means you can pre-set up a bunch of burst damage, right? Okay, what does that mean? It means you can basically get your effective DPS initially during a damage phase is going to be much higher than an average player. And then guess what? There's going to be fights. There's going to be plenty of boss fights and plenty of things where there's downtime. And then in the downtime, you're basically going reload. And it's basically when you're reloading, it's part of your DPS rotation. And it's balanced around the fact you got to reload. So Mercenary's going to do about the same damage as some guy who's got 100% uptime, right? Except that's including the reload time. Now, if you can just reload during dead time, then it's effectively like doing free damage. You're doing free damage. It's the same with any sort of cooldown-based build. Like, they may have lower DPS, but their burst damage is very high. And what the net result is you actually do far better on bosses. And it's massively the case when the bosses have limited uptime. And this seems like a build that's going to be all about burst damage, and it's going to be based, your whole character is based around cooldowns, effectively. Well, based around reloading. So that just means you're going to have, like, all the hardest and most cunty bosses in the game. It's going to be naturally good at beating those bosses, because every time you can't hit the boss, well, guess what? You just reload. And then it's like you're doing damage.
WASD
Right?
versus click to move.
Oh my god, bro. What?
I would say both
Oh my
input
God.
styles are playable, and ultimately it depends on the player and their preference. Personally, I prefer maintaining a consistent input style across all my builds, hence I see myself using WASD in all classes. Nonetheless, here's what I noticed while experimenting. For click to move, the primary benefit was that my keyboard hand was quite relaxed.
That rolls. Wait, look at that roll, bro. I'm sorry.
Here's what I noticed while experimenting. For click to move,
He should knock him, right? This is the coding that I'm talking about that's just going to get updated. That player should be more pushy. I'm sorry. He should push through that, right? He should put a single humanoid mob. He's rolling into that mob. That mob should get pushed. There's enough room for them both to get there. If there was a big fat cunt standing here, yeah, makes sense. Skinny little, like, okay, it's a dude. Look at this mob. I mean, that's a skinny mob. Okay, it's a body type B mob as well. I mean, you should be able to you should be able to roll through that. You should be able to roll through. Not okay. I'm saying there should be weight, and you shouldn't have to roll through everything. I think if there should be a big fat unit there, you shouldn't have to be through it. But I'm saying this unit here, that you should be able to roll out at that situation. Okay. Yeah. You should be able to.
the primary benefit was that my keyboard hand was quite relaxed, whereas my mouse hand was very active. Precision micro movements while maximizing DPS uptime also felt harder to pull off, though this might just be a skill issue. For WASD, the increased APM moved to my keyboard hand. It also felt easier to micro, and overall just felt more natural. That said, my T and F keys in particular felt somewhat unusable, and our prime canvas were being rebound to a mouse button. It also raised a small concern that there won't be enough usable keybinds as we acquire more skills.
Dual input, bro. Where's it at? Where's it at, GGG? Dual input. Where's it at, bro? Where's the dual input at, bro? Come on.
Inventory management aside, I could see a world where for some builds, using a controller or a joystick is the superior gameplay option. If you're thinking about playing a mercenary, then up next I have a couple of highlights showcasing the playstyle. Furthermore, I would also recommend checking out other gameplay reveals to see what excites you. That said, you can't just jump in blind. The developers have put a ton of effort into balance and improved accessibility. Anyways, our video soon. Thanks for watching.
But no dual
As
input,
always,
bro.
have a
No
good day,
dual
as always.
input.
Bye.
I mean, no blind. Going blind, bro. That's going blind. Just the guy who highlighted every fucking skill gem in the game, bro. Okay, he fucking speed ran highlighting over every single skill gem. Okay, recorded it and posted it. I mean, shit, bro. Going blind, dude. God damn, bro. God damn. I mean, I gotta watch it because he did it. I had to watch it. I had to. If no one recorded it, then I wouldn't have watched it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Looting looks a bit weird. Oh dude, I actually need to do that. Figure out loot key. Oh, I'll do that later. I need to figure out my loot key though. Oh, he's surrounded, bro. He's getting gang, what's the word here? Attacked. He's getting gang attacked. Okay, I was gonna say banged, by the way, Chad, but then I was like, oh, let's just say gang bang. Let's keep it PG, but I mean, Jesus, you guys are interpreting it wrong. Like, fucking weird boys exposing themselves in chat right now. Bro, I just want to log in, man. Oh, wait, watching this is just pissing me off because he's been playing. I want to play. I want to play. I want to log in, dude. Let me log in. Oh shit, it looks so good. Look how good it looks. Look at those monsters. I need to wast, bro. What's it gonna feel like wasting this game, chat? Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. This actually watching this is just giving me anxiety now. It just makes me want to play the game. I don't think I actually don't know if I want to watch it at this point. I was very interesting hearing his takes, but actually watching it, it's kind of like, what am I doing right now? I'm basically just getting cucked, right? That's what I'm doing right now, isn't it? At this point here in the video, I'm getting cucked. Before, this is informative. It's interesting to find out about the game. But by watching, it's like Path of Exile 2 is my wife, and I'm just watching Havoc fuck my wife. That's what it feels like right now. You know, I'm standing outside the glass looking through, bro. Like, and there's some guy having fun, enjoying it. And I'm looking through, going, you know, and I'm just watching my, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting cucked right now, aren't I? I mean, what's up with these Destiny guys? Randomly talking about Destiny, bro. You guys are obsessed, homie. I have a quick look at some of the gameplay in the deeper. I don't want to extensively watch it though. Just watching it, the extensive gameplay. Again, it just feels like I'm getting cucked. I mean, it looks amazing. It looks clean. It looks fucking potent. Okay, so you guys are Randy shoots, guys. This is the mercenary dude. Looting with WAS seems kind of funky. I'm not watching the whole game. Oh, bro, this light. Bro, this lighting though. What is this? Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. The spiders coming from the walls, dude. This is some weird mob types, man. What the fuck? What kind of hitboxes they have? Ugh.
Need more time.
Yep. Oh! Okay, no, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. Oh, dude, I want to play. I just want to play, bro. I want to play, bro. Okay. I want to play, bro. I want to play. I want to play, bro. I want to play, bro. Fucking, can we do a time machine, bro, to go forward 4 days so I can play the game, bro? Can we go on a time machine, bro? Oh man, what the fuck? PoE2 West is massively overhyped. It's gone full tilt the other way. You are not going to like West. What?
Hey everyone, it's Snoo, and I've got a contentious topic for all of you today. A brand new movement system is coming our way in Path of Exile 2, WASD, and I'm pretty sure you've heard about it. I know I've been hearing about it for the better part of a year now. I would say no singular system for the new game has gotten more hype from the development team than this apparently revolutionary idea. So, where did this whole WASD thing come from, and why the hype around it? Its conception was no doubt sparked by the development team's effort to make their game more compatible with console gaming.
True.
Grinding Gear Games has, for a long time,
I agree.
been flirting with the idea of trying to make Path of Exile a household name in the console gaming community, and I'd say they've been working very hard to this end as of late. Console controllers obviously have a very different input and are in many ways more restrictive than that of a PC keyboard and mouse. So, if a movement system must already be designed with certain input restrictions in mind, I guess, why not aim to make it the default across all platforms? That seems like a pretty reasonable stance to take.
Okay.
And when you take that stance to its logical conclusion, as a developer, you might feel compelled to, I don't know, fundamentally redesign combat at its most basic level for better integration into the framework of that movement system. This is exactly what happened in the later stages of development for PoE 2, which has resulted in now enabling the player character to keep moving while using skills, and in a totally different direction that's independent from where they're facing. As you can see from the footage, this has...
So what you're doing, what's happening right now is like he's saying things that are true, and then he's inserting things that he's just bending it a little bit, and bending a little bit, and bending a little bit to the point where he's turning it to a straw man. He's turning it to a straw man. I definitely do think that GGG are making design decisions based around console. I will agree with that. But whether or not it's like some fucking schizo plan, like they just want to turn PoE entirely into a console game, I feel like consoles are secondary, and if they thought it was objectively worse for the game, they wouldn't do it. I think it's like, oh, look, this is just happens to be cooler on PC and on console, so let's double down. And I think some systems, like the Flask going from 5 Flask to 2 Flask, they've known that Flask system's broken for the longest time, and they're like, wait, this sucks on consoles as well, and it's like, well, now you've got 2 reasons to change that, and then you change it. It's one of these things here, boys, where he's kind of bending the truth, isn't he? He's bending the truth.
Pretty ranged builds kiting enemies, as well as more defensive block-focused builds with the new directional blocking system that was created, presumably with WASD.
Wait, do it for Lance. What is this, bro? What am I looking at here? What is this emo, bro? Stand. What the fuck? What am I looking at? This guy? Is that this guy? Wait, what is he doing in that video? What does that even mean? Do it for Lance. He's busting. He's busting to Captain Lance. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's continue. So this guy's now, so he's creating a straw man. Okay, now he's going to attack the straw man.
In mind. In summary, streamlining a universal movement system by designing combat around that system has had the development team and several beta testers especially hyped for the future of Path of Exile. For the record, I got the chance to play the PoE 2 beta at the Tokyo Game Show, and at that venue, the game was, well, for one thing, heavily promoting their console integration, but it also came preloaded with the option to use WASD over the conventional click-to-move mouse movement. One of my goals was to try out this new system, which I'd seen so many staff at Grinding Gear Games speaking highly of, to see how it felt
What do you
for
think?
myself.
That's what he thought.
And you know what? I even chose the Ranger class, which is both a comfort pick for me and one that certainly could take advantage of those recent combat changes.
Okay.
Well, in the end, I found the WASD experience to be quite jarring, to say the least, especially when in combat while trying to navigate terrain, you know, like the tight corridors and stuff. Even in the walls in town,
the walls
could be like annoying to bypass. So the lack of fluid movement meant getting stuck along the edges, I guess, is to be a common theme in this game. That alone is a pretty good reason to criticize WASD. Nevertheless, I initially chalked it up to just a lack of time getting used to it.
Yeah, skill.
It wasn't really until I digested that experience a bit more that I realized there was a certain familiarity to all of this.
Bro, if boomers, like if 40-year-old boomers can do it, and they're enjoying it, and they're playing it, and they're not getting stuck on the walls in town, then you can get used to it, bro. Okay? You can. And if you think it's objectively worse than click to move, it's one of the things where if you personally believe it's objectively worse than click to move, well then you could also use click to move. But unless you're saying that it's better to WASD, because that's my fear is that it's better to WASD, but WASD is not nice. That's my fear. But if you believe it's inferior, then I mean, okay, well you don't really have that argument.
You remember when computer games were already WASD? Yeah, it was called a keypad. I still remember one of the very first computer games I ever played. Man, I was killing Nazi zombies when I was 10 years old. And all it took was pressing a few arrow keys and a button to shoot. Like, those were the days. But no, computer games have gotten a lot more complicated since then, and I distinctly remember the first time I experienced the wonder of piloting a character with click to move. I mean, just look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Not relegated to going up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
Press 2 keys at once and you can, double your range of motion? Ooh. In all seriousness, why would I settle for that when I can have full 360-degree range of motion? I mean, just take this PoE 1 tier 7.
Could you imagine though? Could you imagine, bro, if you could have 360 degrees motion for aiming and targeting your abilities, but then also have another 8 degrees of motion where you could simultaneously aim this way and walk that way, right? Could you imagine? You actually get more. You get more control.
360-degree range of motion.
You're gaining the ability.
I mean,
you're gaining
just
more
take
control.
This PoE 1 tier 17 boss fight right here. Can you imagine trying to do this with such limited range of motion?
Dude, come on. I'm imagining it right now. It's really simple. You actually have like less inputs in general as well if you're wasting. Bro, he's making the wrong argument. The argument to be made is if WASD is just objectively better than click to move, and you don't like WASD, but then you feel like you have to use WASD. That's the argument. This argument that WASD is inferior. Well, guess what? If you think WASD is this bad, then you can just not WASD if you think WASD is terrible. Right? Like
It's like trying to swim in a river that's constantly changing currents. And you can only go straight.
I think WASD is
But you know
broken.
what? This isn't even the main reason why WASD, in my opinion, is
WASD is
receiving
broken,
such favor. It's the fact that we have to press 4 additional keys on top of the usual keys in a game that's already wanting us to take on more skills per build, thus having to press even more keys. So let me ask you straight up, how many keys are you expecting to press in this game? How many keys do you want to press? Now, I can't predict what the future of endgame PoE 2
1
is.
key, 2 keys. 2 keys? 3 keys? I think, in terms of rotation, I wouldn't mind doing 4 keys. Main rotation, 4 keys. Right? Some sort of DPS rotation, I've got to alternate between 4 keys consistently within like a 10-second period. And that's like how... I wouldn't mind. If it was like, apply debuff, press a button that's you want to open a guy and then do like whatever. I wouldn't mind doing like you have like a rotation, like a basic rotation, like you generate some stacks, you consume the stacks, and then you have like a button you press that's like after you've just done that it does a burst damage or something, right? And then you have like another thing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think 4 keys for main rotation, I'm fine with. And then I would be okay with another 4 different cooldowns. So probably 8 keys in total. Plus roll, that would be 9. Plus potions, that's 10, 11. So 11 keys. And then you got WASD. Yeah. Probably 11 keys. It depends if you're counting flasks in this keys. Logout macro, another one. I mean, you gotta remember, I play World of Warcraft with 142 keybinds, so... yeah, but my rotational keys for Rant was like 5. For every class in the game, it's like 5. Like Rogue was easier. Rant was like just a harder version of a Rogue. Rogue is easier. I think the most rotational keys I ever had any class was a Feral Druid. Actually, no. That was for PvP. For PvE, no, it was even more simple. Yeah. Was that using the skill games? Yeah, it's one of the things where but yes, do you want to have I don't want a full-on rotation. I don't want a full-on rotation in PoE though. Although I do want loads of keys that I can press given in certain situations, I think. For sure.
Builds are going to look like, but I can guarantee you, at least in the early and in-game, we're going to be heavily encouraged to use a robust toolkit of many skills that synergize and feed off of each other in some way. Skill automation, the likes of what PoE 1 has to offer, is going to be way harder to come by. The developers has stated as much. This is why In an even later stage of development, the Flask system received a major overhaul. I don't even know.
Wait, they specifically stated that you could, if you want to, you could automate your character and have like a one-button build. Like Jonathan said that multiple times. He said that multiple times. He said if you want to, he said at a cost of power, right? Obviously, it's not going to be as good as doing it manually, but you'll be able to basically invest and do one-button builds. He specifically said, he said it's, yeah. He said you can basically, if you want to invest in more spirit, you can automate more things and you can basically make it to one button. But yeah, there'll be a trade-off in power. Which, generally speaking, builds with massive quality of life always have trade-off in power. Now, sometimes there's broken interactions that have, like, you don't do anything. Do you guys remember that one build that everyone was playing? And it was, like, literally automatic. What was that one build? It was like Ignite. I remember Steel Mage doing it. It was like Fire Blast. It wasn't Fire Blast. It was like Fire Proc. Ignite Prolif. No, it wasn't War. It was some sort of war. Yeah, Fire. Was it Fire Burst? It's Fire Burst. That's what I'm thinking of. It was Fire Burst Ignite, and literally the gameplay was just walk around. He just walked around, and it was broken. Well, that's stupid. To me, that to me is like what the fuck are you even doing? Yeah, you're even playing a game. You're just playing a loot clicking simulator at that point.
How many overhauls did
Like, what is that?
system receive? But yet again, which, graciously saved us from all the notoriously dreaded piano Flask system. There's just one problem, though. We just traded one piano for another with WASD. And that's not even counting.
Stop making up fake arguments, bro. Okay, having abilities that you use in different situations under different conditions and variables is not the same as literally every 5 seconds you need to press 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's just not the same. It's not. Okay, piano Flask is, no, you just constantly, every 4 or 5 seconds, you hit press 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, versus having an ability that you don't use that often. Okay, the guy gets like fucking stunned. You find the boss and he gets staggered. Now there's a button that you don't normally press when you're mapping or doing anything else, but the boss is stunned. Okay, now I press this button where I charge up a big slam. Like, that's totally fine. That's not a piano. That's not a piano.
3 or 4 or more, 5, 6 active skills
They're not.
that most optimized builds are going to feature in this new game. But hey, at least we
That's
got our
cope.
left.
That's cope, bro. That's cope. I'm calling it right now, bro. You're gonna have like debuffing skills, burst skills, and you're gonna probably have a single target skill and an AoE skill. I think most builds are gonna be kind of like 2-buttonish, and then you're gonna have utility abilities that support those skills. Right? You'll have like a button that some sort of. And I genuinely believe that's the case. There's no shot you're gonna be constantly rotating like fucking 15 ability. Like, oh, let me just attack this mob. I need to. Okay, oh shit. All right, generating my combo points. All right, about just fucking put him in a kidney shot. All right, now he's in a kidney shot. Now let me put my fucking armor break on him. All right, now his armor breaks. I'm gonna poison him now, so he takes more damage. All right, now I'm gonna do my. And you're just gonna do this to every mob. No shot, bro. You're gonna walk up. You're gonna be pressing your left click, which have your main ability that you clear most things with. It's gonna kill the monsters. But we already watched it. We already watched fucking Subtractium walking around with just ice novering everything in the game to death. Like,
Like mouse button back, right? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Are we once again able to bind a skill to left click? I believe the answer is yes. Not 100% sure. Well, anyway, one button.
Yo, dude, he's not helping his case here, bro. The mannerisms he's doing right now, dude. It's because he's being super passive aggressive, which is irritating. Just say it directly, bro. Okay, just say it directly, bro.
Returned for the price of 4. Not a very good trade-off. Either way, I'd say. If the inherent difficulties of this rigid pathing or added key presses wasn't enough to make you shake your head, then I present to you what is probably the most damning evidence of all as to why WASD is being overhyped, because it turns out the very same developers and testers who were once touting this as like the future of Path of Exile have suddenly gotten cold feet. Take a listen to what Mark Roberts said.
Yeah, he said a lot of the devs have started. Yeah, there's a clip where I was there. I was watching the interview. A lot of the devs have gone back to doing click to move, and then and it was just more convenient for them. Yeah, and then he was like, "Go back to West, pussy."
End of the Q&A session after the live reveal. Very enlightening.
So there's been plenty of reports about WSD being amazing. Personally, I've been using it a ton and really enjoying it. I know a lot of you've said a lot of people around the office have like given it a try and adapted to that, but it has raised the point for people that feel like they're still very much against that for whatever reason, or maybe that they literally only have one hand and and want to use click to move still. How does it stack up? How does click to move still stack up now?
I think honestly it's fine. Like it's not been a problem.
There was a time where every time I go to sit down at a developer's computer, there'd be in WASD, and just because it's a little bit easier to move around again or whatever. But lately, I'd say now it's back to almost every designer's computer I sit back down at to go play. They're back in click to move.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's gone full tilt the other way.
Interesting.
And I'm always like, change it
why
back.
that is.
But
doesn't that mean that you can just do that? Right, and I think his argument. I mean, I feel like this completely destroys this guy's argument as well. Like, I mean, it sounds like you can just. I mean, his whole argument has been it's objectively better to just click to move. This is the entire video, and then so you could just click the move. Well, there you go, GG. The thing is that I'm worried and scared about Wast is completely different. I am just really scared and worried about Wast being overpowered, but me hating Wast. But then I have to use Wast because it's OP. That's what I'm scared about. That's the thing that spooks me. It's not at all what anything that this guy's saying.
even watching Octavian play on click to move,
He's a click to move player,
he's 100% click to move. He is
there.
very proficient with that.
Yeah.
With it, like,
That'll be reassuring for, I think, some of the people that are worried about being forced into WASD. Even though it is obviously playing so well by all accounts.
Listen, that subtle admission from Mark is no small thing. It's a
Admission.
total reversal of the momentum that WASD has been building up to this point. And yet it's no real surprise to me that this has occurred behind
You could do either or, bro, is what he's saying. And so the game's totally playable and totally solid on console as well as it's on a computer. What the fuck? You think this is a gotcha, bro? It's not a gotcha. You didn't get anyone, bro. You didn't get no one. It's dun dun dun. Look what Mark said in the public interview that everyone watched. Like, what?
scenes. In fact, I would have predicted as much for the player base at large, after they'd gotten a taste of it. Just think about it. Path of Exile is a
Yes, I would have predicted as much.
game about grinding, building a character up, and reaching the flow state by smoothing that character out. So it can go
I've
faster.
officially, I started off not A-watching, but I'm sorry, I've hit the point. It's a common. It started off. He was creating a straw man, then he started attacking the straw man, and then he started being passive aggressive, and now he's acting like some sort of like gotcha Reddit Andy who's like 2 steps ahead, and it's like, dude, no, now I'm hate watching. I am officially at the point where I'm hate watching. Okay, I was willing to hear his argument at the beginning. Now, okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, calm down. All right, let's listen to the words he's saying, and don't get tilted.
Faster without you getting more mentally, physically exhausted along the way. Evolving a character build down to the fewest necessary keys pressed while still maintaining its viability has always been a major part of that process. Having said that, I personally don't want a swipe right simulator. Being encouraged to use more buttons isn't automatically a bad thing. I like my games to have a bit of complexity with interesting, meaningful decisions made, whether it's in respect to the build, the gear, or the heat of combat. And I'd like to think that everyone here would agree with me on that statement, understanding that, yes, it might take on a slightly different meaning for each of us. I predict that in the end, for the vast majority of PC, keyboard, and mouse gamers out there, the pros of WASD is not going to outweigh the cons. And most of those players are ultimately going to choose click to move as a preferred mode of gameplay.
There you go.
Now, console gamers aren't in nearly the same predicament. It's all upside for them, and to that end, the fact that this game has introduced fundamentally new combat mechanics that explicitly favor the use of keypads and joysticks in the twilight of PoE2's development phase is honestly concerning to me. WASD for PC gamers feels at best like a friendly last-minute nod towards the console gaming community, and at worst, a full step backwards in the evolution of game design that may someday find itself as the only viable or even available in-game option. For now, I'm glad I have the choice to opt.
Dude, why? Okay, console controllers. Bro, listen to this guy's argument. What are you talking? Can you still play Counter-Strike with a mouse? Dude, consoles came out, became massive, became huge. Everyone started playing on consoles. You could play Halo on a console, COD on a console. They did console controllers. They're like, oh, do you know what we need to do, guys? The console controls are the future, mate. Just remove keyboard and mouse support. Everyone wants to play a game on a computer, remove it, bro. No, that didn't happen, bro. No. You cannot extrapolate to that conclusion. I'm sorry to say, you're just wrong, bro. You can have both. Now, the argument that's interesting to me is when the pro scene, for example, whenever there was professional games, I don't remember which, it was multiple games. There's multiple controversies where this has happened, where pro gamers literally are forced to play on a controller because controllers get aim assist by default, and it works in competitive play. And then players who have spent like 10 years learning mouse and keyboard do better and have better aim shots on a controller whenever they're not even a controller pro. And that's the argument, like, well, now I'm being forced to use a controller because it's just, like, there's a massive advantage. I don't want to play a controller. This is a thing that's happened. And that's an interesting argument. This argument you're making right now is delusional. Bro, they're shifting the console and they're going to delete the mouse and keyboard. That's what's going to happen, boys. Like, no, dude, that's not what's going to happen. That will never happen.
Doubt.
The game is a fucking Diablo 2 like. Like,
you know what? I may even try it once more, just to reaffirm my stance on this topic. At any rate, that's going to conclude the video.
Okay.
And to anyone who managed to get through it and retain a favorable view of WASD, you're not welcome here. Just kidding. Just kidding, of course.
Why am I here? Who linked me this video? I don't want to be here.
To all the keyboard and mouse gamers out there, I absolutely recommend you at least try this experimental movement system, especially if you happen
it's
to
like he's trying to irritate me.
Or class
He's
designed
trying to
around
trigger me,
blocking
bro.
and
This is
kiting
gold.
enemies, for which this system is obviously catered to.
Wait, is this rage bait and is that his goal is to piss me off? Wait, is this rage bait and his goal is to piss me off? Maybe he did. Wait, maybe he deliberately made like fucking strawman the fuck out of Yuji and just made a terrible argument and then just fucking invented some delusional reality where they're gonna remove keyboard and mouse from PoE like to try and piss me off. Maybe that's what he's trying to do here.
After all, it would be kind of sad to see all that added development time not get its due. So make up your own mind and let us know in the comments below before or after the fact how you feel about all of this. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.
Holy fuck, bro. Oh, that video. Oh, fuck. So people are downloading this video here. I can see why. I understand it. Yeah. Yep. I don't know, man. Just like all I can say is like, what the fuck? You're worried about West for the wrong reason. He's. I don't know what to tell you. That seems like that to me just seems like clickbait, rage bait, like actual rage bait. You guys say I rage bait? That seems like literal rage bait, bro. Like actual rage bait. I'm not downloading this video. I will be mad though. I will be mad if I hate West and I never get used to West and I don't like West, but West is overpowered. I will be. Then I'll be like, well, that'll be irritating to me. Like I'll get tilted if that's the case. But I'm hoping that it's not the case, right? I don't think it'll be the case. Wooltart, I played PoE as a filthy casual. Initial impressions. I mean, maybe we'll have a look at that. What's this?
The most important question: how many days will it take Quinn to get a campaign hardcore?
Oh man,
Very important question.
I know. I kind of believe in them. Probably 1 month.
1 month? Oh, you don't believe in it at all.
That's coke, bro. That's coke. That's coke, bro. That's 1 month, bro. That's coke, bro. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no fucking way. Ain't no way. PSU help. This better be a relevant PoE. This is not a PoE 2 clip. Oh, wait. No, this is a PC streaming, building a PC under the Path to Exile 2 category. Never mind. Bro, she is risky. That's a risky gaming. That's a risky gaming, bro. That's risky. Me watching this clip is even risky gaming. Just restreaming this stream, which is incorrectly labeled.
Dude, the PSU can pull it out bits. They have an easier time plugging stuff in than screw it back in. If I could go back in time and unscrew your mom so you weren't born, I would.
Oh shit! Get annihilated, bro. Oh my god.
This is not going to be a deep video. I'm not going to get deep into game mechanics, nor is this video scripted. I really just want to talk to you all about my experience with Path of Exile 2, as I did get to play it earlier this month at an event in California alongside several other YouTubers,
I was waiting for the intro. I'm hearing the intro.
Streamers. The whole Brady bunch was there. Even my skeletons were at the event, and they might have a few things to say at some point in this video. But for those of you that are not familiar with PoE 2, because my channel isn't really focused on ARPGs, just think, oh man, I don't know if I should say this. I'm very hesitant to say this, but I feel like it's a... Please don't kill me, PoE players. Think Diablo, but deeper, more quality, better visuals, better mechanics, better gameplay, better. Like a dungeon crawler type game where you go through all these dungeons and
he said default bad technically, yeah. He said default. He's saying it's much worse. The default's much worse than PoE.
Better loot. It has a campaign, usually an endgame system. PoE 2 confirmed to have a big endgame system, in fact. Yeah. It's launching into early access on December 6th for consoles and also PC, which is why everybody's talking about it right now. Now, I'd actually declined an invite to a PoE 2 event a few months back. Many times as a content creator, you have to weigh the opportunity cost of going to some of these events, especially when these events are super far away from where you are. You have your travel days, the discomforts that can come with long distance travel, all to go to, you know, a 1 day or a half day event where you don't even know exactly what you're going to be doing at the event. But with that said, I committed to the November event, and holy crap, I do not regret even one bit deciding to, you know, give up 3 days of my time, 3 full days, plus preparing for travel and all that to check this game out. This has to be the best feeling ARPG I've ever played. Now, it certainly doesn't mean that the game will be the best ARPG ever made. I couldn't know that right now, but feel-wise, in initial impressions, it really felt next generation, and it was noticeable. And I thought that was really cool.
How much D4 did he play?
Before I get more into my opinion on why I'm saying that, let's preface here that these are initial impressions, and many times initial impressions can be different from final impressions on a game. These are initial impressions. Also, please note that I am historically more of a casual ARPG player, meaning I've loved many ARPGs. I grew up playing, you know, Dark Alliance, Gauntlet Legends. You guys remember that one? I played all of the Diablo games. I played a little bit of PoE 1. And with many of these games, it's usually just like one playthrough through the campaign, and maybe I dabble a little bit after that. But that's usually the extent of my play for ARPGs. And I enjoy them, and I got my enjoyment out of them, but in no way, shape, or form am I this very knowledgeable, hardcore ARPG player. And I think that's important to note, but I also just want to quickly say that I am absolutely a gamer that greatly respects deep systems and mechanics, especially in RPGs, regardless of subgenre of RPGs. And you guys will see me speak out all the time against companies that dumb down franchises way too much or streamline mechanics to the point of where they lose touch with the OG fan base that helped them get to where
generic trash.
So I am a bit of a casual player with not a ton of ARPG knowledge, but I look for and greatly respect deep systems and mechanics. That's where I'm coming from. Let's get into it. So in my hands-on time, I played the Ranger class the most. I think I got to like level 7 or 10, which really isn't that far, especially compared to some at the event.
Wait, you got to level 7 or 10?
My most played class was the Mercenary class, but I also actually played the 4 other classes as well. So I kind of divided my time into trying to at least experience a little bit of everything with a focus a bit more on the Ranger and the Mercenary. This is actually kind of interesting because Larian Studios launched early access for Baldur's Gate 3 with 6 playable classes, and then throughout early access they released more, and then version 1.0 had 12 playable classes. Well, Path of Exile 2 is doing something similar here. It's launching early access with 6, and by the time version 1.0 comes out, there will be 12
level 7 guys, level 7 guide, log in.
Even just minutes of playing PoE 2, I was telling myself in my head, this feels really, really good. You know, the general gameplay feel, the movement, everything just feels solid and very high quality. The movement in this game,
I must admit, monks just look sick as fuck. Let me add this to my notepad. Let me add this to my notepad, bro. My notepad. Notes. Monks look cool as fuck. All right, it's not exactly scientific, but I keep seeing monk footage and be like, damn, that's cool. There's something about the quarterstaff going like, and they do like these flips and shit. They just look cool, bro. They just look cool.
Actually do point and click, like, you know, old school ARPGs or CRPGs. You can do WASD or you can use controller, all of which I think work pretty well. I did WASD the entire time, and that wasn't actually a thing in PoE 1. And WASD felt really good to me, and I think actually from hearing some other players talk about this, I think it might even be a better choice than point and click for some of the more mobility-focused classes.
Dude, this guy's a gamer! He's like the only person I've seen who actually rolls the mechanics, bro.
Weird thing with WASD, and I'm sure like regular ARPG players probably wouldn't feel like this is weird at all. The only weird thing is that you have to use your mouse to like aim where you want your character to be facing, the direction that you want your character to face. So like I'll be moving around with WASD, but my character will be like looking this way and like sidestepping in the direction that I wanted to go. But it only took like, I don't know, like 30 minutes to get used to that, and then I was perfectly fine. For the first few hours that I was playing, like I was in like this state of awe at how good things felt and also looked, and I think a lot of other people were also like that. I sat next to YouTuber Legendary Drops, and he was experiencing pretty much the same thing I was. We were just like, holy crap, like this is fucking good. The base core gameplay, you know, the running around, the attacking, the dodging. It's important to note that PoE 2, all classes start off with like this base roll dodge. It's part of the core fundamental movement mechanics of every class in this game is having that dodge. Feels really, really good. And it adds like a big sense of control that you have over your character's movements, and I think that's important. And sense of control that you have
I'm
over.
Critical of this jump back thing, man. This, bro. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if all these jump back mechanics get completely reworked or entirely removed. That's my bro. Just saying it.
Your character's movements, and I think that's important. In
I
a
ain't
lot of
played
RPGs,
it, bro, but
all
it
of this
just I keep
really,
seeing
really
this shit where they just
polished
jump into
and also
trees, jump into
refined, which is
walls, just
kind of crazy because this is launching into early access. This is not version 1.0.
Over and over again.
So if it's launching into early access like this,
when I mean rework, I mean like an overhaul. Like somehow, like whenever you jump back and you hit a wall, you kind of slide along the wall. I don't know. Maybe like they change the way it jumps or something. Like I think a rework is in order. It looks so fucking every time I see anyone use it, it never looks good. Always looks bad. It always looks jank. This thing with it's like some of the shit they do in Eastern games where they have these ridiculous jump moves and your character just clips through terrain and just bugs out in the wall. It's like they have it in all these they tried to copy it from Asia games. It's a big L system, bro. The jump back mechanics.
Like, holy crap, like these guys are on the right track
jump back
for
mechanics.
whatever this game is going to be by the time version 1.0 comes out. It is launching in a state, I think it is, at least from the build that I played, that is better than like most game launches out there.
You think it looks
incredible
good? I mean,
to see.
in my
doesn't
opinion,
mean
it's
that the
subjective.
servers are going to work right on launch night, so don't get this game and then go, Wolfheart said it was launching in such a good state. There's probably going to be server problems, maybe for even a couple days when this game launches into early access on December 6th, but we didn't have to deal with any of that at this event. But touching quickly back on that core foundational gameplay feel, perhaps most importantly, what I noticed here was the attacks and the spells and everything just feels really impactful.
Fire in the hole! This guy's like the best person in the gameplay we've seen. This guy's like the god gamer. Wolfheart, bro. Oh, maybe not. He's dodging, bro. He's shooting.
Pretty high in things that I look for when I play any RPG.
Okay.
I want to feel that impact behind my attacks and killing monsters. It's really satisfying in this game. They really are just nailing that. Now, on top of just the general gameplay feeling really good, something that really stood out to me personally was the moment-to-moment gameplay. It's extremely engaging in PoE 2. It's very meaningful. You have to be deliberate with your actions. You have to pay attention to what's going on in the game.
Just to look at this chat. I want to be a broken record here, but think about the start of D4, bro. You know, when you start off and you run down that like path and you kill like 2 bear things, and then there's like you go into like a cave and you fight that one boss, bro. Oh my god, that starter boss is so shit, bro. Oh my god, it's so shit.
At least from my initial impressions perspective, from someone who isn't a
Compared to
professional
this?
ARPG player, but this really stood out to me. And as much as I've liked a lot of ARPGs in the past, many of them to me have felt like they become purely number games where you try to get the highest number possible through the best build optimization with the best gear that you can have, and then you take those numbers and that power from the skill tree and all the math that you did, you bring it into the game itself, and then you just kind of spam buttons. You don't really have to fully engage with the game all the time. PoE 2 didn't feel like that. Not that it's not going to have that. I think that will be a big part.
Okay, we don't need to watch this full video. But yeah, the fact of the matter is, this guy thinks he's a noob and he's not a big ARPG guy, and he thinks it's sick. And he also thinks D4 is bad. I mean, that's fucking sick, bro. Let's go to his conclusion. Let's go to the summary of the initial impressions. Let's just go to that part.
Before we get into my summary of impressions here, this video is going on way longer than I expected. Thank you guys for all of you guys that have listened to this video all the way through.
I skipped.
I do want to say that I did actually look up several other ARPG content creators and wanted to hear their perspective on PoE 2 from what they played. And I'm very, very happy to say that I think every single creator that I've listened to seems to be really excited for this game. And that's very important.
You shouldn't do that. That's bad. If you're doing a review, looking at other people's reviews, that's always bad, because you're going to taint your own review, bro. You want to go on raw dog, unbiased.
To me, even as a player who's coming into this as more of a casual ARPG player, knowing that the OG fan base and the ARPG crowd, the real ARPG crowd, seems to also be excited for this game, makes me happy. And it really makes me want to support Grinding Gear Games, even if I don't become a hardcore ARPG player myself for this game. I really, really respect when companies take care of their OG fans and the core of the genre fan base and don't completely ruin a game to try to get a wider audience. Doesn't seem like Grinding Gear is doing that with PoE 2, and I just love to see that. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And to kind of summarize everything here, some of you guys will just jump to this chapter marker. You guys don't even watch the videos. You just go to the final thoughts.
Dude,
I stand by.
He knows me too well. You were yapping too much, man. I'm going to be honest. You were yapping too much, and you're going to talk about the visuals of the world, bro. I don't give a fuck.
What I said, I feel like this is the best feeling ARPG I've ever played in my entire life. From an initial impressions perspective, from someone who historically is a bit more of a casual ARPG enjoyer. This game feels really, really good. Once again, this doesn't mean the servers will be good on December 6th. There could be some serious problems, but the core of the gameplay just feels so good in this game. And it's really like, it feels like everything that I want in an ARPG. Deep progression systems and mechanics.
Say it again, bro. Say it again.
A focus on end game versus just the campaign.
The end game.
Diablo 4 feels like it focuses more on just the casual campaign experience and then leaves all the end game stuff behind. Like, it's not really that good. I really like
D4 is not that good.
Game. And the campaign also just feels like it has a lot to it. I mean, we're talking on average 25 hours for early access for acts 1 through 3. So when all 6 acts come out, feels like a pretty good experience for people, even for those who just want to play the campaign and do nothing else, especially considering that the game will be free to play when version 1.0 comes out. I really, really love how the combat is meaningful. You have to be deliberate with your actions. You're encouraged to use multiple skills. There's a dodge for all classes to keep the movement feeling engaging, and you really have that sense of control over your character. And in fast-paced games, that sense of control is very, very important. I love that you can now use 2 weapons without it being like a bad thing to do in this game. That's going to add a lot of excitement and some really, really cool opportunities for really awesome builds. There's so many builds that you can do in this game. This is seriously a build guide YouTuber's wet dream. I don't do a ton of builds myself, but I am excited for those of you that do.
I love that builds, bro.
Because there's so much to do in this game. There's so much variety. The world is dark, mature, gritty. Something that a lot of us
titties, bro. Titties has got titties in it. The game has got titties in it, bro. I'll look at the Diablo tweet in a second here, but we're currently going to the summary where he's just veganing the shit out of PoE 2, bro, and it's getting me hyped, chat. Are you not getting hyped? This guy's hyping me up, bro. Like, he's like, yo, I don't even play PoE, bro. I logged in like one time, bro. I just played some other games. And man, let me tell you, this is the best one I ever played, boy. It's the best. He's just saying everything is the best. Everything. He's not even saying anything bad about it.
It's been aching for with games as we see games, kind of Disneyfy themselves and are scared to be, hardcore and real and show real blood and guts. This is it, man. The dark ass world.
Show us dark assholes. Yes, and dicks. We have not seen dicks yet. There's dicks in PoE 1. We need dicks in PoE 2.
Excited for the story. I am pumped for Path of
I'm
Exile
pumping.
2. Now, with that said, it costs $30 to participate in the early access, but when the game actually launches, it will be free to play. So if you're hesitant, just don't even join the early access. Just wait for the game to launch, and you can actually play for free whenever that launch day actually is. But I am so excited and into it that there's not a chance that I'm not going to miss day one of early access.
Log into Wolf.
Bravo
Wolf
to
boy.
Grinding Gear Games.
Wolf boy,
in
W.
many ways, I kind of get, I don't want to say a Larian Studios feel fully, because I don't really know Grinding Gear Games like I know Larian, but I get that sense of passion coming from the devs. I get that sense of the company having freedom in creating what they want to create. And I get the sense of the company really being in tune with their fan base and what ARPG gamers.
It's true. They are fucking in touch with almost everything except FEXTRA Life. Some moron at GGG keeps sponsoring FEXTRA Life. That guy needs to be re-educated.
They feel like a by gamers for gamers company, and in that way it does relate to Larian Studios. So hell yeah, I'm all for it. I'll be streaming the crap out of this game. I think I have a couple more videos planned. How deep I'll get into videos as the game goes on, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pumped for this one, man. I hope you guys enjoy it too, those of you guys that decide to jump in.
Hey, that was good. That was a good one. That one got me hyped, bro. That one got me hyped. Even though we watched the end, but and wait. There was huge D4 news. Wait, what the fuck? There was huge D4 news. Wait, what the hell? Fill their stockings in the infernal loot. Get the hottest the other merch right here. Bro, do not buy a fucking... Oh, man. We'll buy before PoE2 release. That will keep me warm during the PoE2, thanks. Can't wait for PoE2 in 4 days. Bro, you understand you guys are just... PoE2 login when we give me a PoE2 giveaway. You understand, dude, that you're just promoting their tweet, right? And you guys are kind of, like, low-key kind of cringe as well. Like, you're literally helping Blizzard by replying and interacting with their tweet. And then you also, it's just kind of cringe. I mean, no, what though? They're like the PoE2. You're doing the PoE anything where you go around, yeah, but PoE2, yeah, but PoE2. They used to do that with D3. They'd be like, yeah, but PoE, yeah, but PoE. They would constantly, okay. What's all this? So this is like some big ass post of like this guy who just leaks every single bit of information about PoE2. I feel like this guy could have just done every interview. I don't trust this. Where's that?
So one of the people that worked on the game, Mouthwashing, was unhappy that I played the game, or that I was going to play the game, because basically I hate gay people. I hate them. Don't like him.
What the fuck, bro? Wait, I gotta link that guy. Wait, one second, I gotta ban this guy. No! Someone find who linked that clip so I can ban him! Why did you link that clip? It was nothing to do with PoE! Oh, man. Can someone find him and ban him, please? Oh, bro. That's fine, though. It's fine. He's gone now. He's gone now. New players will love PoE2. Which I think, yo. Okay, so watch this Quin69 make a steak. That's not anything to do with PoE2, bro. I'm logging in. Guys, I'm logging in. I think it's time to log in. To gaming. I think it's gaming time. We have the Ziz interview coming up, but I think it's gaming time. Yeah. Ruthless Gaming. PoE2 News, Ziz interview. Okay, 4 days. HC Ruthless. PoE2 Simulator. Alright. There we go.